Hello there, YouTubers. So this is my little project. So many years ago, grab my invoice here. PayPal receipt is $57, and I'm trying to see a date. Let's see a date. Oh, 6/3/2010. That's when I bought this kit to rebuild my cluster on my 2005 Trailblazer for the instrument panel, because the speedometer kept dying out. And I've been contemplating it and putting it off for what, 4 years? almost 4 years. You know, there's all these great tips on there. You put tape on the things, you know where the needles go, and you use a fork to lift off the needles. This is my tip. I'm going to add my own tip. My nimble little fat fingers, these fat fingers can't get these stupid bulbs back on here. These are the way these bulbs are mounted. Now you would think that those go through the board, but they don't go through the circuit board. They just sit right on top of the board. You bend the legs underneath of the plastic, and then it's soldered down onto the board. But yeah, couldn't do it. So what I did was I mounted it on the board as if it was in the plastic, and then soldered the legs down onto the board. I have one spot here, you can see right there next to that bulb, where I melted off the landings off the board. So that bulb's not going back in there, but guys, interesting stuff. Is basically just to glow up the panel while it's at nighttime. All the warning lights are actually LEDs. I mean, what were they thinking? Why couldn't they just take the next step and do LEDs for the rest of it? Well, I guess the new cars now, they use LEDs, or they're replaceable bulbs, but the old ones weren't. So I mean, basically, the problem is that their potentiometer, their servo motor, which is this goopy little thing, is a servo motor. I don't know, I might come up with a use for it before I throw them out. But they're not strong enough, so when they heat up, they go kablooey, and they'll go in any direction they want. I think it's more common on the Trailblazer because the dashboard is so compact that if you're running your exhaust or your heat, they'll overheat, and then they kind of go kablooey. So all of a sudden you'll be driving at 15 miles an hour when you're really going 80. You can see how that could be a problem. So the replacement is to replace the whole cluster, which is about $400. Or you could take it out and send it to someplace overnight, and they will repair it and send it back to you. So this is hopefully by the time I upload it, I'll know whether this works or not. So I've replaced these servo motors, and they're not so bad. You just remove the solder on the back of the board. This is right there. That's what it looks like. It's 4 pins, and it's 2 locating pins. Unsolder them, pop them out, pop the new one in. And the real challenge has been trying to get these darn bulbs to stick down on the board. That's where I spend most of my time. The kit came with 11 bulbs and 6 servo motors, and that was at that time it was $66. 4 years ago. Really, it hasn't been so much doing the soldering thing; it's been just getting the assembly out. It just seemed like so many directions were very complicated, and then the videos now on YouTube really simplify it, saying, "Hey dummy, if you're a dummy, you can do this." So I did it. Ta-ta for now.